Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, good morning everyone. Welcome to today's lecture session. Begin with the material, listening and speaking process. This topic is a key part of developing and listening skill. And before that, I'm first apologize because I cannot activate the camera on this Google Meet. Because I'm in a place that is not conducive. Sorry guys. Today, we will explore various aspects of how the process of listening and speaking impacts our everyday communication. This is a very relevant topic, not only in the context of language, uh, in our group consists of 4 students, and after presenting our presentation material, we will hold a discussion and question and answer session. I hope we will all get a better understanding of how to listen and speak effectively after this session. Without further ado, certain time, uh, the first one will be presented by Alifatul Koide. Okay, Mbak, please start.
Okay. Are the strategy? What kind of strategies to help them construct language? Students need to and use a wide range of strategies when speaking and listening, and to understand that their use of these strategies will be determined by context, text, form, and audience. Then, list of the main speaking and listening strategies is the first, predicting. Predicting helps students to active their prior knowledge of a context of topic, allowing them to combine that what they know with the new information. Next, self-talk. Effective speaker and listener continually use self-talk as a part of their thinking process. Self-talk is the running commentary that goes on inside our heads, usually without any verbalization. Self-talk is how we make sense of our thinking and reflection on our action. Next, self-questioning. Self-questioning is part of self-talk. The two strategies usually operate together. Often, these questions are spontaneous and natural, with one question leading to the next. Helping students to become aware of questions they ask is an important goal for teaching this strategy. Then, visualizing and creating image. Effective speaker and listener use all of their sense to continually create mental image. Creating mental image promotes the use of prior knowledge. It improves the ability to make prediction, draw inference, interpret information, remember detail, and assist with overall comprehension and memory. Image, image, image can be visual, auditory, olfactory, kinesthetic, or emotional. Then code switching. Code switching is the term used to describe the process a speaker use to alternate between one or more language. Code switching occurs in every language. Then determining importance. It includes selecting which information to retain in short or long-term memory and which information to respond to. Then paraphrasing and summarizing. Paraphrasing is the strategy speaker and listener use to restate a spoken text in a way that retains the sense of meaning and provides clarification for understanding. Then connecting. Effective speaker and listener will talk about listen to and respond to topic they know and care about, This allows them to make strong connection between their prior knowledge and the information they speak about and listen to. Then comparing and contrasting. Making comparison relate closely to and is an extension of the connecting strategy. A student make connections to their prior knowledge. They also begin to make comparison with the information. Then inferring. Making inference is a strategy used by effective speaker and listener as they take meaning from spoken text, then add their own ideas to make inference. Then synthesizing. When composing and comprehending text, effective speaker and listener use synthesizing to piece together information from a variety of sources, much like putting a jigsaw together. Students who consciously the use this strategy are able to continually monitor their understanding, allowing them to pull together or retell information that they have heard. Next, self-monitoring and self-correction. Effective speaker and listener continually reflection on what they are saying and hearing to confirm their understanding. If understanding breakdown for the speaker or the listener, they use repeat strategies to retain or clarify meaning. Next slide, Mbak. Then is speaking and listening process. The process are planning and preparing, managing, reflecting and reviewing, and the last goal setting. The first is speaking process overview. Speaking underpins all learning and is the foundation for thinking. The speaking process includes 3 distinct stages: before speaking, during speaking, and after speaking. The speaking process includes 3 distinct stages: before speaking, during in family speaking situations, speaker will go through this stage automatically, but in less familiar or unknown situation, speaker need to consciously control the strategies that they use. Next slide. Speaking process, planning and preparing. In the writing process, the next material will present by Mas Faris.
This is my slide, and I will present to you all. Before that, let's start with this meaningful metaphor. In the writing process, educating students and analyzing the assignment course before any drafting or writing. This as well applies to speaking. Before our student actually start speaking, all the preparation, gathering, and organization of ideas to be expressed must occur first. In the context of writing, this initial stage includes formulating ideas, understanding the topic, and planning the writing. Likewise, when speaking, we have to prepare ourselves before we actually speak. This includes understanding the audience, communication objectives, and formulating the message to be conveyed. This process is very important foundation both in writing and speaking because it helps us organize our thoughts and makes communication more effective. In speaking, preparation like this allows us to speak confidently, clearly, and persuasively. So, the main message is that whether in writing or speaking, Planning and preparation are key steps that should not be missed. By investing time and effort in this early stage, we can ensure that our communications become more effective and meaningful. Thank you. Okay, next slide, Mbak. Oke, Mbak C, silakan.
Okay, thank you. Next slide. There is speaking process managing speaking. Being a successful speaker involves more than just producing or replicating a spoken text form. For students to be considered competent, they need to be able to successfully manage a number of different factors. They need to be able to interact with their audience, responding to positive and negative audience feedback and making the necessary adjustment. There is an effective speaker's way. Number 1, speak clearly. Number 2, use language, vocabulary, and social convention appropriate to the context, purpose, and audience. Number 3, are aware when communication breaks down and are able to use appropriate fix-up strategies. Example, repeating themselves, rephrasing, or restating what was said. Number 4, are able to anticipate the information needed in the particular situation and able to supply it if need. Number 5, understand and respond to nonverbal language. Example, facial expression, gaze, stance, and posture. Number 6, shift style according to the formality of the situation. Example, talking with their grandmother or talking with peers on the weekend. Number 7, are able to build on others' contribution and still. Number 8, explain and defend their personal point of view to others. Next slide. Next slide, there is speaking process, reflection, reviewing, and refining. It is important that students have the time and support to reflect on their own speaking. Students will benefit from the able to critically reflect on the effectiveness of their speaking. Whether it's plain speech act that have taken place in formal setting or speech that has occurred in unplanned informal setting, reflecting will allow them to refine their speech and set goals for future interaction. There is effective speaking reflect on their speaking. Number 1, are able to analyze and critically evaluate what they have said. Number 2, can review notes they made before speaking to evaluate their effectiveness. Number 3, are able to receive feedback and build on for future speaking. Number 4, are able to develop a new or deeper understanding of the topic and of the speaking experience through discussion and question. Number 5, set goals for future speaking. Next, will explain by Mas Faris.
Okay. Before I explain this part, maybe I will probably start these materials, namely listening process. With an overview of this material, listening process is a series of cognitive and responsive activities that occur when someone decides, understands, and responds to the message conveyed by the speaker. This is a key communication skills that involves understanding messages, accessing information, and responding appropriately. The listening process involves several key states like reception and comprehension, evaluation, and response. The first reception is reception. Reception is a initial stage where the listener actively listens to the sounds of words received from the speaker. This involves paying close attention to what the speaker is saying. The second, comprehension. After the information is received, the listener tries to understand the message conveyed. It involves the process of deciphering the meaning of words, identifying key messages, and connecting information to existing knowledge. Uh, okay. Next slide. Okay. Next slide is listening process, planning, and preparing. In an ever-changing world with increasingly abundant information, the ability to listen effectively is key. People who listen effectively know how to plan and prepare. An effective listening process allows them to make a wise choice about how to plan their listening, which depends on the purpose, audience, and situation, as well as on their knowledge of the topic and speaker. People who listen effectively are able to do following things. The first, discuss with others. Maybe they actively communication and discuss with others to be better understand the content they are listening to. The second, set yourself listening goals. They have a clear understanding of their goal when listening, which helps them stay focused and engaged. The third, sorry. This slide maybe text by maybe I'm langsung aja sih yang keempat ya, soalnya ini agaknya kurang sesuai ya sama yang ingin saya sampaikan. The four, activate existing knowledge and build new understanding. They use existing knowledge as a foundation to understand the new information they receive and with a deeper understanding. And the last, be prepared to listen. They understand the importance of mental and physical preparation before listening, so they can focus and receive information better. By mastering this listening process, individuals can become more effective listeners both in personal and professional contexts and can better understand, learn from, and interact with others. Okay, next slide.
Okay, the next material is about listening process, manage listening. Everyday listener know how to manage their everyday listener. Number one, know the purpose for listening. Number two, know what sharp listening is required and are able to adjust their listening behavior accordingly. Number three, to picture in the mind what is being said. Number four, identify traditional or signal word and process that help them follow the speaker meaning. Number five, observe and interpret the speaker non-verbal language, facial gestures, style, and body gesture. So, it is necessary to supervise listener to manage the hearing is recommended to listen while first as below. Number one, activity listening skill. The first skill activity listener should use an increment for reading verbal. Transcribed, then you had what size such okay, understand, great, and really. The tone of voice must match the context. Incorrect can also include positive body language, for example, nodding head, smiling. Increases student ability to apply the skill independently by providing them with opportunity to practice the skill in a variety of situations and to refer to reflect on their effectiveness. Number two, critical listening skill. Critical thinking skill are a key component in effective listening. Critical listening must analyze and evaluate the speaker message to determine whether they agree or not. To be effective listening, students must understand the message and make judgment about equity or rejecting the speaker ideas. Okay, next slide. Okay, last discussion after listening, reviewing and reviewing. Reflecting on listening experiences in critical and is allow students to reflect on what they have heard, gathering meaning and expanding their thinking. While planning, reflecting, and observation are as important as planning before and during listening. Effective listening know how to reflect on their listening and set goals for improvement. Okay, I'm reading into the moderator.
Maybe it is time to Q&A session. Please, if you have some question, please raise your hand and okay. Maybe we will just give for questioners, just for. Okay, okay. The first, Mbak Nailulina Soliha. The second.
Okay, thank you.
Your question later. Okay, the second questioner is Iqbal Haryanto. Okay. To questioners again. Okay. We have three questioners. The first Nailul, Mbak Nailul, and Mas Iqbal, and Mbak Fatia. The last. Apa? Se presentasi iki. Se anu presentasi kuliah iki. Lah se nomor 40 dulu toh. Sesuai kan urutannya. Ya setelah. Sorry. Satu pertanyaan lagi. Satu orang lagi.
Itu Robi.
Oh, Robi ya. Sudah ya, sudah 4 ya. Oke. Maybe Okay, the question please. The first from Mbak Nailulina.
Okay, thank you. My name is Talina Sahia, with the number 2521043. Before that, can you show the slide about listening process, managing listening? Okay. As you can see in point, I guess, so you mentioned that the listeners have to identify transitional or signal words and phrases that help them follow to the speaker's meaning. Okay, I think that is okay, but the question is if the listener can't identify the meaning of the phrases a speaker uses, or the listener is not familiar about the phrase, how can the listener manage their understanding of what the speaker says? Thank you.
Okay, the second question from Mas Muhammad. Siapa ini? Okay, the second question from Mas Iqbal. Please your question.
Okay. My name is Iqbal Arianto with ID number 2521084. So I want to ask about Mbak Selina slide speaking process. Speaking process, managing speaking. Okay, thank you. I want to ask, in your opinion, how to handle maybe the errors when speaking in public. For example, during a presentation. So, okay, thank you.
Okay, next question please from Mas Robi.
Okay, thank you for your question. My name is Muhammad Robi Lola with student ID 2521057, and my question is also from this slide. Earlier, I heard that Mbak Selina said that successful speakers can handle or deal with positive and negative audiences. So, what are the consideration or what we need to determine whether the audience is positive and negative? What are the definition like that? Thank you.
Okay, last question please from Mas from Mbak Fadia, sorry. Last question please.
Okay, thank you. Before I tell my question, my name is Fadia Anissa with student ID 2521029. I want to ask about how can effective listeners prepare and plan for a listening activity according to the guidelines mentioned by siapa ya tadi? Ya, jelasin. Ya itu pokoknya. Terima kasih.
Okay, thanks. Before that, please give our group to answer the question. Maybe 5 minutes or 10 minutes.
Okay, I will answer the question. That was the question. If the listener can identify the meaning of the phrases a speaker uses, how can the listener manage the understanding of what a speaker say? That is Belina.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So it means that if the listener is not familiar about the meaning of phrases used by the speaker, they can try to facilitate their understanding by maybe paying attention to the context of the conversation. So the listener can get, yeah, at least the main point of the conversation. Isn't it right?
Okay.
Okay, thank you for the answer. I will try answer the Fatia's question. To plan and prepare for effective listening, an effective listener should focus on the conversation and avoid external distractions such as phones or text message during the conversation. Be cooperative and open to the speaker's point of view. Avoid judging on evaluating the speaker, but try to understand their perspective. Provide feedback or advice on the conversation that has taken place or after listening to certain things from the speaker. You get that point, Mbak Fadia? Sorry, can you repeat your explanation? Because you're too fast. I don't understand it. Slowly. Okay, sorry, Mbak. To plan and prepare for effective listening, an effective listener should focus on the conversation and avoid external distractions such as phone or text message during the conversation. Be cooperative and open to the speaker's point of view. Avoid judging or evaluating the speaker, but try to understand their perspective. Provide feedback or uh, advice on the conversation that has taken place or after listener to certain the things from the speaker. You get the point? Yes. I got it. Thank you. Okay, I will answer question by Mas Iqbal. The question is, in your opinion, how do you handle question or challenge that arise when speaking in public, for example, during a presentation? In my opinion, there is, in my opinion, when your presentation, Number 1, prepare thoroughly. Make a good preparation before speaking. Know your audience. Prepare material and practice as much as possible. Number 2, calm yourself. Control your nerves by breathing deeply, relaxing your body, and focus on the message you want to convey. Number 3, listen carefully. Listen to the question and challenge carefully before answering. This helps you provide more relevant response. Number 4, don't be afraid to say, I don't know. If you don't know the answer to a question, it's better to admit your ignorance than to provide inaccurate information. Number 5, use speaking techniques such as speaking slowly, avoiding using filler words such as or and maintaining eye contact with the audience. Mas Iqbal, did you get it?
Alright. Yes, it's clear. Thank you for your answer.
Yes, you're welcome. Okay, next question I will answer the question by Mas Robi. What are positive and negative audience? It's mean feedback by audience. So they need to be able to interact with their audience, responding to positive and negative audience feedback and making the necessary adjustment. Mas Robi, did you get it?
Okay, I get it. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Okay, that's all from our group presentation. If there are any mistake, we are apologies. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.